Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just thought I'd make another little update on what's been going on my tank. Um, as you can notice, a couple things are different. This is a 10-gallon tank on top of a wooden stand that I just built. This past weekend, I had a couple pieces of 2x4s in my garage and just thought I'd go ahead and build a stand for this 10-gallon. And I know you guys probably thinking, well, what the heck happened to the 20-gallon? So, long story short, after I shot, a couple days after I uploaded my last video, we had some electrical problems here in my house and power was out. So I had to go ahead and move these guys. I found it easier to go ahead and buy a little 10-gallon tank from PetSmart and take it to my brother's house. Take these fish and put them in here and take this whole tank to my brother's house so that I could have power for their filter and power head, heater and everything. It wasn't such a good idea. I figured since my 20-gallon was already established that I could just take the water and the rock and stick it in this 10-gallon and not have to go through a cycle again. But I was wrong. I should have thought about it. The cycling process is about your filter, and it's the establishment of the bacteria on your filter. Since the filter I got in my 20-gallon wasn't gonna fit in here, I bought a 10-gallon. I mean a smaller filter. It's Penguin 100, I think. And with the water from my 20-gallon, I thought that everything would be fine, but long behold, I was going through I figured out I was going through a cycle. A week after I had these fish in my brother's house inside this tank, I decided to go ahead and take it to the fish store to take some water to the fish store to get a test. And the lady there informed me that I was going through a cycle, and I just face palmed and just thought, damn. So basically, it was about halfway through the cycle when I got the water test. Right now it's pretty much on the last stretch of the cycle. I'm back at home now, and I've got my 20-gallon back up and running. Since power was out, there wasn't no water flowing through the bio wheel. It has to go through a cycle again, and that's where the question popped up as to whether I should keep these fish in this tank and let them ride out the rest of the cycle, or whether I should put them in my new tank, I mean in the 20-gallon tank, and have them kickstart that cycle. I figured it would be harder on the fish, more stressful if they go through a second cycle, than have them finish up this one and just stay in a small tank for a couple more weeks until the other cycle, until the other tank cycle's over. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, the fish look fine. They don't look too stressed out. Yellow Tang, he looks good. He's always picking at stuff. He's always swimming around. He likes to swim against the power head, the flow of the power head. So I know it's a small tank, but swimming against the flow of the power head, I guess, simulates a longer little swim. So he's been getting along with the clownfish real good. No problems there. I've had a little bit of a green algae outbreak on this tank. I think it's because I've been leaving the light on a little bit too long, so I'll have to monitor that and see how long I should keep it on. I leave it on for about 8 8 to 10 hours a day. Maybe I should cut back a little bit. Also, it is close to the window, and I know that sunlight inhibits or promotes algae growth, but I always have the blinds closed like that, so I think I just need to cut back on the hours that my light is on. Yellow Tang is getting a little bit bigger. Uh, he's growing faster than I thought he would grow. The lady at the store when I bought him, since I bought him, he was real small. He's still real small. He's not too much bigger than my clownfish. She said if I don't want him to grow as fast, to feed him every other day, but I've been feeding him every day because they're in this small tank. He's a little bit cramped in there. They're going through a cycle, so at least I would think I would keep him happy by giving him food every day. So like I said, this stand, I built it this weekend with the help of my brother. My brother liked the way it came out so good. It came out real sturdy. It doesn't move. It's real level. He liked it so much that he wanted me to help him build a stand for his tank that he just bought. He bought a 55, or actually it's a 50-gallon tank, and basically I followed the same steps I did with this tank. I mean with this stand, but just made it longer for his tank. Came out real good. He went ahead and he bought his live rock, his sand, his filters, his power heads, his heater, salt, everything to get his fish tank started. And he bought all his live rock. He bought 55 pounds of live rock, and I might bum a couple of pieces of live rock off of him. But once his tank cycles, I'll see about I will put some thought in about moving this guy over to his tank. If I put, or once my 20-gallon cycles, they should cycle at the same time, my 20-gallon and my brother's 55-gallon. If I put him in the 20-gallon and he seems like he's too cramped in there, then I'll go ahead and I'll move him over to my brother's 55, which would be more than enough room for this guy. I mean, it's real small. He's about 1.5 inches. So that's about it. My 20-gallon, since the power went off, I just took the fish out and left everything else in there. Basically, I guess, I don't know if I killed all the life that was in there or not. So I scrapped. I'm basically restarting on it. So I was taking out the water, all the water, and I was siphoning out the sand. And I was halfway through siphoning out the sand when I thought to myself that I could just put this sand, level out the sand and put it at the bottom, and buy a new bag of sand and put it on top and let the life spread down to it. So that's what I did. I leveled out the rest of the sand that I had in there, and bought a new bag of sand and put it on top. So now I have a good little deep, not too deep, but a good depth on the sand bed. It's about 1.5 to 2 inches from the bottom. Went ahead and bought a heater, another heater. The heater you see back there is the one that I had in my 20-gallon before, but the thermometer on this heater is out, so it was overheating. If you see look at my last video, I was having an issue with either the thermometer being broken that I had or the heater overheating. Turns out the heater was overheating, or is overheating. So I went ahead and lowered it down all the way to about 70 or 68 degrees, and that keeps the heater at 80 degrees, 82. Basically monitoring the temperature with this thermometer I have up here in the corner, and everything seems good when I have the heater dialed in at that temperature. So that's fine for this tank. In my 20 gallon, I went ahead and bought a 75 watt Eheim heater, and that one's seems like it's struggling a little bit. It took a little bit longer to get the temperature at the temperature that it needed to be, I guess because it is 75 watts. This one in this tank is a 200 to 250 watt, and when I first started out, it got the temperature like within 30 minutes to where it had to be. When I first put in the Eheim heater, it took about a day for it to get it to the temperature. I know this video is running a little bit too long. Just wanted to inform you guys on everything that's been going on. Fish look happy. I know they're going through a little bit of a cycle, or they're on the last stretch of the cycle. I've been monitoring them real good, especially the yellow tang, since I know that they're hardy fish in an established tank, but if you put them in through a cycle, I've read that they're real vulnerable to ick and black spot ick or something like that. But I've been keeping a close eye on everybody. He's been looking real good. He just loves to swim around the tank all day, pick at the rocks, pick at the floor, and everything. The clownfish seem to really like his company. They're always swimming around everywhere. Before they would just stay in a little corner, but now they're all over the tank, and I think they're all real happy. That's about it for this update. Subscribe if you want to keep up with these videos, and leave your questions, comments, concerns down in the section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. That's about it. Until next time, I guess it's time for me to go ahead and feed these fishes. They look a little bit hungry. See you guys next time.